Good afternoon. My name is Chastity Pryor. It is March 12th, 2018. This recording is for AIT 613 as a presentation of my paper titled Stuxnet and Flameworm, Cyber Warfare and the Infiltration of Iranian Computer Systems. To accompany my paper, I have created a PowerPoint presentation to make it easier to follow along. Thank you for watching. Please enjoy. I'm going to begin this presentation by speaking briefly about what a computer worm is. A computer worm is a self-replicating, malicious software that uses networks to send copies of itself to other nodes on the network. It is possible to do this without any user intervention. And unlike a computer virus, a computer worm does not need to attach itself to an existing program. Worms tend to harm the network by consuming the bandwidth where viruses infect or corrupt files on the targeted computer. Although computer worms are classified as a type of virus, they possess several characteristics that distinguish them from regular computer viruses. A major difference is that viruses spread through human activity, while computer worms are able to spread without any human initiation. Also, unlike regular viruses, worms are able to create multiple copies of themselves to send to other computers. Some of the most common types of computer worms are email worms, instant messaging worms, IRC worms, file sharing network worms, and internet worms. Now I'm going to talk about the Stuxnet worm. The Stuxnet worm first emerged in the summer of 2010. It was a 500 kilobyte computer worm that infiltrated at least 14 industrial sites in Iran, including the uranium enrichment plant. The virus operated in 3 steps. First, it analyzed and targeted Windows networks and computer systems. After successfully infiltrating these machines, it began to continually replicate itself. The machine infiltrated the Windows-based Siemens Step 7 software. Lastly, by compromising the Step 7 software, the worm gained access to the industrial program logic controllers. This final step gave the creators of the worm access to important information, as well as giving them the ability to operate various machinery at the individual industrial sites. The creators of the worm had the ability to spy on the industrial systems and even cause, quote, the fast-spinning centrifuges to tear themselves apart, unbeknownst to the human operators at the plant. It was reported that the Stuxnet worm was created by the United States and Israel as part of a top-secret cyber war program codenamed Olympic Games. Stuxnet was created entirely out of code. The Security Technology and Response Group at Symantec was the first to unravel Stuxnet and said that, quote, Stuxnet was by far the most complex piece of code that we've looked at, in an entirely different league from anything we'd ever seen before, unquote. The code was only meant to attack the Iranian facility, but it was powerful enough to escape and make its way out. Its self-replicating behavior ended up infecting computers around the world. After an extensive study of the code, it was determined that, quote, there wasn't any code in there that served no purpose. Every piece of code in there served to get inside Iran's nuclear facility, unquote. As a result of Stuxnet, it is estimated that it destroyed 984 uranium-enriching centrifuges in Iran, which constitutes a 30% decrease in enrichment efficiency. Iranian systems in other places have also been affected with another sophisticated piece of malware called Flame. It is believed to be part of a, quote, well-coordinated, ongoing, state-run cyber espionage operation, unquote. Kaspersky Lab, a Russian-based antivirus firm, discovered the malware had been attacking targeted systems in Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Sudan, the Israeli-occupied territories, and other countries in Middle East and North Africa for no less than 2 years. Flame was massive in size compared to Stuxnet, and despite the fact that Flame served a different purpose, its composition was different from Stuxnet, and it was written by a different programmer. Quote, its complexity, the geographic scope of its infections, and its behavior indicate strongly that a nation state is behind Flame rather than common criminals. Unquote. This marked Flame as another tool in the increasing arsenal of cyber weaponry. Although Stuxnet and Flame are different, researchers believe that Flame was part of a parallel project that was created by contractors who were hired by the same nation-state team that was behind Stuxnet. Expert analysis of Flame revealed that it was designed primarily to spy on the users of infected computers and to steal data from them. This data included documents and recorded conversations and keystrokes. Flame also opened the back door to infected systems to allow the attackers to alter the toolkit and add new functionality. It contained multiple libraries, SQLite 3 databases, various levels of encryptions, and 20 plugins that were able to be swapped in and out to provide multiple different functionalities for the attackers. Flame even contained some code that was written in the LUA programming language, which is uncommon for malware. Kaspersky Lab called Flame, quote, one of the most complex threats ever discovered. Flame contained many different modules. Among the many modules within Flame, one of them was created to turn on the microphone of the infected machine to secretly record conversations that will occur over Skype or on any of the computers in the near vicinity. There was also a module that turned on Bluetooth-enabled computers and turned them into a Bluetooth beacon. The Bluetooth beacon scanned for other Bluetooth-enabled devices nearby to siphon names and phone numbers from their contact folders. Another module was created to grab and store frequent screenshots of activity on the system, such as instant messages and email communications, and it would send them via a covert SSL channel to the attacker's command and control service. As you can see on the photo on the side, Flame was named after the main modules inside of the toolkit. Flame also contained a sniffer component that could scan incoming traffic on the infected machine's local network and collect usernames and password hashes that were being transmitted across the network. The attacker used that component to hijack administrative accounts and gain high-level privileges to other machines and part of the network. Flame also contained a module called Viper in order to transfer stolen data from the infected machines to command and control servers. Viper had the ability to delete large amounts of data from infected systems. Because Flame was large in size, it had to be loaded onto the systems in pieces. Once all of the modules were unpacked and loaded, the malware connected one of the approximately 80 command and control domains to deliver information about the infected machine to the attackers. According to an article on Wired.com, the malware contained a hard-coded list of about 5 domains, but also had an updatable list to which the attackers could add new domains if the others had been taken down or abandoned. Kaspersky estimated that Flame affected about 1,000 machines, and all of the infections appeared to have been targeted and showed no indication that a specific industry or specific system was targeted. Instead, they believed that Flame was designed to be an all-purpose tool. It hit individuals, private companies, educational institutions, and government-run organizations. This final slide is just a list of sources that I used to write my paper and to gather information. Thank you so much for listening and for watching this presentation. I hope that you took something of value from it. Thank you.